In our travels, the Go Riding crew has been privileged to sample many riding areas and have to rank this particular one as one of the ultimate best. Located between Sudbury and North Bay, Ontario, are trails that bring together rugged Canadian shield along with tight forests, sandy beaches, mud bogs, and serious ups and downs. We had the bonus of a local guide who showed us all the best spots and also hosted us at his lodge on the shores of Kokagami Lake. George Robbins is the owner of the Sportsman Lodge, and he truly knows what riders are looking for in a getaway.
We're northeast of Sudbury, quite wilderness area. It has mud, rocks, trees, water, pretty much anything that can challenge your quadding skills. This area has a strong interest for ATVers, draws them for the challenging terrain and the variety of terrain that you experience in any single day ride. Whether it be 2 hours of riding or 10 hours of riding. You can experience almost anything you want to in those time frames, depending on how long you want to ride.
Go Riding called upon a few folks who had signed up on our website to be test riders and asked them to join us to do a trail tourism evaluation on this area. Thrilled with the opportunity to try some new trails, our group was a mixed bag of runners from the southern part of the province, and they were buzzing after their rock and roll ride.
Oh, it's been an incredible day. We had George as our guide, taking us on some beautiful trails. He told us it would get gnarly, and he definitely didn't let us down. We had some really gnarly trails today. We saw it all. We saw rocks and roots. We saw hills. I was just thinking to myself, you know, I haven't seen any sand yet. And then next thing you know, you come around a corner and there's sand everywhere. So we got to play in a bit of sand. We saw water, we saw mud and muck. I ended up upside down in the muck. Had the machine almost on top of me today, which was a bit of fun. I asked him if I could go for a swim, although that wasn't quite the swim I had in mind. But I was swimming up to my armpits in muck, so that was good fun.
I was iffy on the way up. I didn't know what we're gonna have. I don't really have much of this back home, so it's a really big change from back home. Get pretty much everything you need for four-wheeling. At home is very basic trails, mostly flat. Biggest thing to go over is a tree trunk. It's nothing spectacular. Here, just you got everything. You got big boulder rocks. You got a lot of mud, a lot of water to go through. Awesome trails.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's very, very tight. Goes a long way in the bush, overgrown. It's beautiful. It's just gorgeous. Well, like I said, it's very tight, so you have to know your bike coming around the corners. You can't go too fast. It's got a little bit of mud, a little bit of rocks, and a whole lot of trees, so you got to make sure you know when you come around the corner, you're going to make it the first time around. There are always other bikes following you, so it's a beautiful trail.
The Riverbed Trail, it's a really tight trail. If you don't know what you're doing, you're going to end up hitting trees, getting stuck in between trees. It's a great trail if you want to see a lot of scenery, and because you follow the river, so everywhere you go, you're always by the river.
Listed at an elevation of 1,900 feet above sea level, it's called Wolf Mountain, and you have a rowdy vertical climb up the trail, but once there, it's definitely a highlight and worth the trip.
Wolf Mountain, third highest point in Ontario. Gives you an awesome view to the basically northeast, east to south from Sudbury, and it's just a phenomenal view. Depending on the day you're up there, it changes, whether it be early spring or late fall or midsummer. The view's always different. Whether the sun's bright or it's a cloudy day, you always see something different. And you may even catch a glimpse of wildlife like bald eagles or lynx or moose from that point, or any other point in the system.
This area has something for every level of rider. Be it your first time out on a tour or an experienced rider looking for a real challenge, you can count on having a blast riding the trails that surround the Kokogami Lake. Throw in on-site fuel service, roomy trailer parking, and the superb hospitality that George offers up at the Sportsman Lodge, and you'll be hard-pressed to find a better all-around package for an ATV getaway. We recommend you call ahead and see if George is good to go as your guide. He does know all the good spots and a few really special ones.